the People's Republic of Isle of Man, Vietnam, and Japan. While you're just what are you again? You're Rhodesia. Rhodesia, first off, doesn't look like that. That's just a lie, man. So you're not only culturally inaccurate, you're politically inaccurate because they're poor and you're not supposed to be rich. I'm actually a republic. No, actually, no, I'm a republic actually. So I'm actually they actually came together to form one island of a republic, and it takes aspects of all the cultures. That's why I wanted the Japanese cherry blossom trees, but you Jewishly very denied me. And then branching off from that, in my attempt to create traps, you actually came and lit my house on fire. So that's not only arson and terrorism, um, that's also denial of my state's rights and ability to be a nation state in themselves and their own sovereignty.
Which is funny because there's still three countries and in which they have not decided
No,
to
it's actually
form a
republic.
republic.
No. It's like it's not no, it's not a country. Like it's actually the republic made from the people. So just like your country was made from slaves, and they picked to
So,
make the country. The people from Japan, Vietnam, and Isle of Man actually came together to make one country.
so if I just, for example, decided to claim ownership of the country of the Democratic
No, but I
Republic
don't.
of
No.
Congo.
See, I don't. See, I didn't claim ownership of them. They came together. It was in my backroom note.
Oh, so they came together.
Yes,
So say
I'm a
if
republic.
Rhodesia and the Democratic Republic of Congo just so happen to come together, and I were to employ that strategy, what would be the difference
No, but
between me and you?
I own the Democratic Republic of Congo. Actually, I enslaved them in my backroom note.
Oh,
Whoa.
whoa. So you see, I believe that slavery is not politically or ethically correct. And one's own
Where to
power is
reply?
justified.
Where to reply?
And no, first off, let me finish speaking. My time has not run out yet. I do not yield my time.
Kiki, are you the judge here or what? Kiki, you're the judge.
Yeah, I'm the
Wait,
neutral
Kiki, you're the
guy.
judge.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
Slavery
first off,
is not
okay.
correct because I believe, Rhodesia believes that one's true power is on its resources that they can exploit and do for themselves. And
Okay, so no, that's enough out of you, buddy.
Yep,
So
it's okay.
just branching off of the first point, it was called dark humor. These millennials nowadays, am I right? Okay, branching off from that first.
Order in the court. Order in the court.
Okay, first off, if we're gonna talk about
hey, he said
exploiting one's
order.
own
Respect his
resources-
order. This is the judge.
Oh, there's
I got
order.
this.
No, there
I
is
got
order, isn't there? Wait, what's no order? Huh?
Just settle down. Settle down.
Yeah,
Decorum.
no, I was
Decorum.
continuing. I was continuing with my point. So first off, when you talk about one should exploit their own resources, that's funny because you came to my house and actually cut down all my resources, trees wise. That's just the inside. Not too much now. And then moving off from that, you're just known to be evil, malicious, and in this case, you were evil and malicious. You committed terrorism against my country. You're lucky I don't watch war, and it seems you can't take a little bit of humor, even though you look funny with those two eyes of yours that are too far apart.
May I first mention that is quite rude. Second of all, how will you address the allegations that you have from stealing diamonds from other people's bases? I have intel that you actually admitted to stealing about 3 diamonds from CZVCR7's base. And also, I'd like to point out the fact that enchanting is pretty necessary to develop in society. That is just my take. Because say, if you were to fall from your building after making a wonderful skyscraper, only a human can do that. But will you die? That's almost a guarantee. Because having feather falling 4 is such a necessity. And say, if you get exploded by a creeper, just happens to walk up behind you, what will protect you? That would be blast protection.
Well, Bo Bueller, I'm going to intercept here as the judge and the owner of the original IA from 2020. It's always been a rule that enchantments are banned, and creepers shouldn't even be here in the first place since it's supposed to be peaceful.
thank you, neutral
Oh.
judge. Just so if we're gonna actually be political, I'll address this like a country. So, in this server, the idea is to be country accurate and lore accurate. Rhodesia, where are you located?
Rhodesia is located near modern day Zimbabwe in Ethiopia.
Okay, so you are a second
You
world,
are
third world
Zimbabwe.
country. So if you are, yeah, you're Zimbabwe. So you are in fact a third world country. Just
Or
keeping
white
that in mind.
Zimbabwe.
So seeing as you're in Zimbabwe, you shouldn't be a fort on top of a mountain. Just keeping that in mind. Then, if we're also branching off culturally and politically, you should have all these resources because you're Zimbabwe. And on top of that, you can't use the fact that other addressing the diamond situation. I would be happy. The delegation of Isle of Man, Vietnam, Republic of Japan would be happy to reimburse CDVX IV if so pleased the delegation. Also branching off from that, you can excuse the fact that you committed a multitude of war crimes consisting of terrorism, assault, vandalism, degradation of property, um, loitering, solicitation, and the list goes on and on. So
10
when
seconds.
questions of character come into account,
Can I, as the judge, see evidence of these crimes?
Unfortunately, I have to have a right of reply in this situation. War crimes are just simply not inside of the, the specializedness of this situation, because there has been no war, and most definitely there has been no crimes. And when we're talking about the aspect of realisticness, and I will respect the judge, which you did not pronounce his name correctly or put any respect on the name, a CZV CR7, being realistic is not our main expectation here. Our main expectation is to maintain diplomacy and have trade and supply chains and build our economies. That is our main goal. But still, it is important to not disregard the fact of being realistic. But I believe spiders the size of, great white sharks is not realistic at all. But if we subjugate everything into these categories, that would not be beneficial for our society. So I do understand where you're coming from, but I still believe enchanting is an essential part of building economies and prosperity.
okay, as
So
best stated
if I got this straight, you're saying we should have peaceful off, therefore saying no peaceful is better for our society, meaning you want human death on an increase. We're not in the caveman days, damn it.
So, okay, sorry, impartial jury, but I just have to address this claim. So, as best stated in the Jubilee video, who set that system up? So, when talking about the realism in this delegation, let it be known that you were the one talking about realism in your country and how we had to be realistic. Branching off from that, you're just evil, man. The delegation of Rhodesia has been time and time again shown to be malicious and cynical, honestly. And so, moving forward as a committee, this committee is not to persecute, but rather put things back in play. And so, imposing this 20% tax on any further imports or outputs coming into the country is the most reasonable thing for now. Also, doing war crimes. War crimes. If a delegation bombs another delegation, that is considered a war crime, even if they're not in war. Hashtag save the kids in Gaza. Am I right? Anyways,
Okay.
yeah, what you did was just not right. And even though some acts may not be considered war crimes in general, you can't disregard the fact that you did commit crimes against my country, and you're not taking account for them.
Thank you, Isle of Man, Vietnam, and Japan. I would like to point out that some crimes are equal, but not all crimes are equaler than others. I would like to truly emphasize the point that there are no war crimes. And also, the crimes that I have, had allegations against, I have generously outweighed by my prosperity and hospitality to other countries. You see, I have been the key and sole facilitator of the trade of this entire economy. I believe that the most important factor of this server is to maintain trade relations and build up the economy of the server. Unfortunately, I do not see that. Coming from a person with 3 countries formed into one, you have an incredible amount of resources in which you do not use. This on the other hand, is something that is so incredibly important to the country of Rhodesia. And in fact, I have the main exports, which are realistic, of diamonds, raw materials such as dirt, coal, and stone. But I also export some things that have changed in the server, such as wood. And wood is pretty important. And I believe you just haven't very much, how do I say this, contributed.
Okay, so first to address your first claim regarding trade, I wonder why you're the top contributor of trade. Keep it in mind and let it be known by the delegation, the neutral party, that the delegation of Rhodesia not only single-handedly sabotaged me in my trade through wood, but also progressed at such a fast and rapid pace to the point that it just oppressed all other individuals in the party. The delegation of Rhodesia became such a unfathomable monopoly on things like wood and resources like that, that to the point in which, when simply regarding a cherry blossom tree, it was a matter of just like it was ridiculous. The trade values were ridiculous. Also branching off of this, if we're going to attack the personal character of the delegation, let it be known that the delegation of Rhodesia, actually trapped CZV-CR7 in that water pit. It was actually
That
quite
did
evil
happen.
indeed. It can attest. It's not allegations. It can be tested. And because of the rapid pace that the delegation of Rhodesia developed, it can be attributed. It can be more than attributed to the fact that other developed nations are not as developed and trade as them, because they're developing their countries in the first place. This can be seen throughout the whole server, and it is quite inconsiderate to call other countries for their lack of development when you actually sabotage their trade bases.
So, thank you. Thank you,
Are we in
delegation
closing
of
statements?
Isle of Man, Japan, and
Wrap this up.
Vietnam.
All right, closing statement, Bo.
Closing statement for Bo. The delegation of Rhodesia finds these statements pretty preposterous, considering how we have put our, behinds into development and working hours fully.
You better watch that mouth, or I'm gonna lock you up.
I will.
Do you get the reference?
Okay, pardon. But I would also like to address, we cannot be pointing out things eye for an eye type of behavior, keeping no record of wrongs, but also to maintain the utmost important amount, and that's justice. Justice is something that is super important, truly, because without it, what is a society? But mainly, my main points in my closing statement is that if you don't work, if you don't supply the demand, you just won't be as successful and economically prosperable as another country. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Rhodesia. Very insightful. So just to close out this ceremony and to close out my beliefs on this final statement, the delegation of Rhodesia has attacked, maliciously destroyed, and abolished any chance of development during trade that the delegation of Isle of Man, Republic of Japan, and Vietnam would have had in any sort of scale or capacity. And the fact that the delegation of Rhodesia is not one to work in a sort of way or has offered any reimbursement really just accentuates the status of their country. And moving forward, the delegation believes that we must address this delegation's beliefs and attitudes toward their nations quite carefully. And seeing as this delegation is already so rapidly developed in front of everyone, the proper way to address this would be a 20% tax on all input and outputs towards the other countries in this delegation. It is cynical what he did. It is not fair, and it should be dealt with. Thank you.
Thank you, Isle of Man, Japan, and Vietnam. I would look favorably I would look
Closing- it's
favorably
closing-
upon
closing
the
statements. Closing. Closing.
CZV-CR7's decision upon the 20% tax, or an insightful. I'm sorry, I have to be impartial. Would you rather have the 20% tariffs on all of Rhodesia's imports and exports
No bribing.
with
No bribing.
no bribery? Or would you rather have the influence and further pushed agenda of economic growth?
So Kiki, the pick here is: does everyone get the 20% of imports and exports from Bo in the server, or I don't know, like the other thing gets nothing, I guess.
What if we
or
Wait,
nothing happens and there's a greater focus on actually imports and
who do you think
exports.
it's fault? Do you think Bo, what Bo did was not fair and at fault, and he should be taxed for his actions?
I think Bo should hop off enchantments and netherite.
Wait, for those
Okay.
crimes, he's being persecuted. So, do you think so? The 20% then?
For those crimes, 20%'s a little harsh, huh?
Okay, so
So-
is the delegation appealing to what, 15%?
What I'm gonna do here is, and this is what I think. If I give you this belt, everyone's gonna start throwing shit into the World Assembly. So, what? Get
Wow. Are we
back in
witnessing
here,
this?
damn it! Oh,
Are we
goodness.
witnessing this? Destruction of the World Assembly.
What the fuck?
Will this affect your impartiality, honorable judge?
Either way,
No, he's making the decision, sir.
Wow, my internet
so
is
as
just
I was
tweaking.
saying, I'm not gonna 20%. I'll do 5%.
Okay.
As long as we permanently ban enchantments, use of netherite.
Dang it, man. Ah, my internet. Ah.
20% tax on
Probably get like
20% tax on all imports and exports
you-
for second offense,
uh
right?
Get arrested.
Second
and
offense.
fucking shot.
So how about second? No, either like you should take something from them, like a seize of assets.
You know what? I'll do a Peter Pan. It's not Peter Pan, is it?
I don't know.
The Peter who stole from the rich and gave to the poor. That's not Peter
That's
Pan.
Robin
was-
Hood. That's red. That's
Yeah, it's
Robin
Robin
Hood.
Hood.
Robin Hood.
I'll do the Robin. I'll make a Robin Hood clause. Write this down. This is important.
Okay.
This is history. The Robin Hood clause is the first international law. If so on second offense, of violating the no enchantments, no netherite, and no peaceful, unless accepted by International World Assembly unanimous agreement. The Robin Hood clause is basically. Where the fuck was I going with this? You're gonna. What's gonna happen is.
What will happen? What will happen if I on my second
Dude,
offense?
I had a brain shard.
What will happen? What will happen on the second offense?
So what's gonna happen is,
Dude, I knew
so
exactly
I have this
what I was
right now.
gonna say, but I don't know what happened.
So do you want him to like seize assets?
Dude, where was I going with Robin Hood? Like, if he
Taking shit
violates
from the rich and give to the poor?
yeah, the cat's got my tongue. But so this applies for anyone. If anyone violates the no enchantments, no netherite, and kind of for Bo, no peaceful unless someone tells him to, and it's accepted internationally with almost 100% agreement.
Wait, no
in the
peaceful,
World Assembly.
no peaceful, or no hard?
Like no peaceful.
I thought we had peaceful. I thought we were keeping peaceful on.
Yeah, what I mean is like no peaceful, like you're not on peaceful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Continue.
no peaceful. unless everyone agrees. For it could be temporarily on easy mode or something else.
Mhm.
So it's the 5%.
Second offense.
So right now, we have the 5%. This is your first offense, so it's just a temporary 5% tariff on everything you have
Is that
for,
reparations to me or the whole committee?
to you.
And that's from
So
now on. So if anything he mines and anything he trades, right? I get 5%.
yeah,
Score.
we'll say for how long do you want it to last?
We'll say. Um, we'll say a period of 3 days.
Okay, I'll do that. So 3 days, three in game, or no, we'll do 3 real life days. Or
Because I
in
don't know how
game.
many in-game days go by.
Okay, three in game. No, 3 real days. So the Robin Hood clause, as I was saying, on a second offense, you steal. No, dude. You know, just fuck the Robin Hood clause. I don't know where I'm going.
No, bro.
I had like a
Use your brain, man. Figure it out.
dude.
Can you
Dude,
just
the
say like,
brain like fuck. Dude, the brain
take
shut
like
off.
20% of their assets?
No,
Take,
no.
like,
Yo,
take, like, a
stop.
percent of their
This
assets.
is not on record. This is not in a trial. This is not
No, but where was I going?
my
with
right
the
for a
give
trial.
take from the rich and give to the poor.
I will have to
I was
give
going
20% of
somewhere.
my
Take from the
assets
rich.
for 2 days for
No. I'm saying like if you want to take rich from the poor,
My
you
brain
could
got
either
flooded with
take
like diarrhea shit.
if you want to do like give rich to the poor, you have to take like I don't think imports and exports would be rich to the poor. I would think that'd be actual assets, like a fixed payment or something. I don't know, like a payment of like
Well,
a
like
certain amount of damage or something.
to each country.
so fine.
Well, not to each country. I think it should be the country. Oh yeah, each country. Yeah, each
Yeah,
country.
because poverty is
Okay,
a
so scratch
subjugate.
the Robin Hood clause. Robin Hood. I don't even know what the Robin Hood clause is.
We'll keep it Robin Hood
This
clause.
is gonna be called the hay. So, let's see. What would be a good name for this?
The Robin Hood clause, I think. Sir.
Yeah.
Misjudged.
Okay, it's the Robin Hood clause. It's
You
what Deej said on your second offense. On your second offense of violating those 3 rules that, as I previously stated, without World Assembly approval. Dude, it's doing it. It's doing it again.
No, man. Okay.
All right.
So-
every boat gets
It'll be
fined.
here. How about it'll be decided?
Boat
It'll be
gets fined.
decided.
I have it. I'm gonna lose my train of thought like this, Anthony, dude. So, boat. Every country finds, or boat gets fined by every country, and he has to pay everyone a certain. Not every country, but every country affected by whatever he does, as violation of those laws. He has to pay them a fixed amount of diamonds, emeralds, or whatever they choose, but it has to be an ore or something else that's valuable.
Bang.
Let's go.
I think my message got voided. I think it was too long.
No, it's
No, I see it.
went up.
Wait, so like Minecraft's in Mojangles and Bo's like Bojangles.
Thanks.
Okay, so motion to
Alright, yeah,
adjourn the meeting.
We're done.
Motion to adjourn the
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right,
Okay.
it is done.
Copy that.
Clap it up, guys. We did it.
Oh, why am I boxed in?
Oh, guess we got to do another meeting.